Millie, do you have a topic?
Yes. Actually, I was thinking about it with the whole Superman Batman thing. So, with all the Marvel movies that they've been doing, the Avengers and everything like that, do you think DC will try to step up and make the Justice League?
They are.
Yeah.
They have it planned.
Yeah.
How do
3
you
years.
think it's going to go?
It depends.
Because aren't they talking about possibly bringing Arrow into it?
Mm-hmm.
Not from the
Not
show.
the show.
Not the show.
I kind of wish they would.
Because I heard Stephen
Amell
say that
he would totally do it.
He would totally do it, which got me wondering: are they going to use him, or are they going to basically?
He's like my
create another
favorite celebrity.
I've heard. Yeah, he's great on social
he's
media.
just like a nice person,
Yeah.
but he's also like kind of a dick when he needs to be. But also like he goes out of his way to do positive things for people, and like he's just great. He wants to be on American Ninja, which I think is awesome.
He's got the body for it.
Right, exactly, and like he already does a lot of his own stunts.
So yeah.
But
Wow, really? I did not know that.
anything that they
Impressive.
will let him do, he does it. But occasionally there's something where like, yeah, we're not gonna let you do that because if you got injured, we have to stop filming.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is true.
I think it's gonna be completely different from the Avengers. I think it's gonna be like definitely darker.
Yeah.
I think
than
that's
the
the
Avengers.
smarter way to go because you can't really copy at this
Well,
point.
that's how it's been with DC, right? DC has usually been darker than Marvel, hasn't it? At least
no,
Only with
actually,
Batman.
they've lightened
Only
up
with it?
Marvel
Yeah.
a lot for the movies.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
they've
know.
made
I
it
like
less
the
weird.
comics.
I think is the ultimate
Yeah,
thing. Is
that's
like
true.
comics are freaking weird.
They are.
really weird.
Yeah.
And they've normalized it all. Like that's one of the things I love about Arrow is that's like I love the way they've retconned everything for his universe to make more sense rather than just being essentially a Batman clone.
I think that's one of the things that Christopher Nolan changed was like, hey, let's ground it, and then it's all of a sudden relatable and awesome.
Yeah.
I think from Arrow's perspective, I think it's funny how like since he is a bow and arrow guy, then all of a sudden a lot of other villains also use bows and arrows. I'm like, really?
On Arrow?
Yeah.
Because there's the Dark Archer.
Yeah, the
and
Dark
there's-
Archer.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
only Merlin, right?
And then no, like there's
he's
also
kind of teaching his sidekick to do the arrow stuff.
But
But
that's
then,
the comics.
but then there's the huntress who uses a crossbow, which is still a bow.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, just use a gun.
But these are all characters grounded in the comics.
Yeah.
Though.
Have you
That's
seen the
thing.
trailer for season 3?
Uh,
No.
There's a part where he shoots like 3 dudes with a pistol, and Roy just looks at him, and he's like, "I never said I didn't know how to shoot a gun." It's so great. It's so great.
Nice.
It's funny. Yes. Justice League movie.
Justice League.
It is definitely
It's
happening.
coming out 2 years from now.
Wonder Woman will
So I have to
be
wait 2 years
in
for it.
Batman vs Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, she will be?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
They've already shown her
Aquaman,
in
Wonder
costume and
Woman.
everything.
Yeah, I saw the picture with
Have
the
they
costume.
announced
but
anyone else
I don't know. I
officially?
just haven't.
I don't know.
been hearing too
I know
much.
that Aquaman and Wonder Woman are officially announced. I don't know.
I think they also talked about Cyborg. Oddly enough.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
Do they have an actor?
I don't remember.
Okay.
This is all like announced on Twitter, and I'm not on Twitter, so
Yeah.
it's really
I'm
tough
not
to
either.
follow.
I feel that that when it comes out, it won't be successful because Marvel's already is doing it. Like before the time comes out, Avengers 2 is going to come out, and like
I think they'll have to be careful with their release dates.
and it's
I think they're actually releasing it to challenge Marvel movies.
Oh yeah.
Like they were releasing them at the same time.
I don't
I'll take
know.
Marvel.
I think it could flop,
too.
but if they do the new one right and they get like that solid fan base that Batman had from Christopher Nolan, that they definitely have an ability to be really successful. Because Justice League movies have like some really cool plots that they can pull from.
They do. It's going to very depend on the story and the script. If it's going to be a good script and good story, then
I just worry because of that Zack Snyder has had a hard time storytelling.
Yeah.
if I hope they do make it different enough to where it's going to be darker because the Avengers is just like kind of funny and action. Funny and action, that's basically what it is.
Yeah, they have to make something different.
Yeah, and so I hope that they go with that way, and so it'll be more of a sadder story, if that makes sense. A more
My biggest concern is we're going to have
Because-
a superhero team completely composed of 9 Batmans.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, that's actually my biggest criticism against Arrow is that he's too brooding.
I think they'll have to change Arrow for Justice League because he's more of the jokester, right?
Him and the Flash have always been more lighthearted.
And so,
the Flash,
for TV, I think it works for him, at least now. And that's the thing, if they ever try to do a crossover of Batman into Arrow,
don't they have a TV show?
they're going to have
Flash?
to change
Yes.
Arrow.
Yeah.
So, either they have to change kind of like where Arrow's going. And I kind of almost think that they're going at a more lighthearted, not necessarily more lighthearted, but like not so dark.
Yeah.
I mean, what more can they do?
Wait,
Yeah.
for Arrow,
At this
right?
point?
For Arrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's kind of why I haven't been watching it so much lately, is because it's always the same ho-hum.
But even
The whole
Flash
thing.
isn't really like funny in his series, you know?
Well, I don't know.
He's just like the nice guy.
Have we even
He's
seen
like
much from
super
his series yet?
stereotypical. They actually leaked the Flash
pilot?
premiere online. Yeah, the pilot.
Really?
I watched it, and he's just like a generic nice guy.
It's the exact same character from Arrow, right?
Yeah.
That
it's
was
same
the
actor.
precursor to it.
Same
Okay.
actor, same character.
So yeah, I'm kind of sad that they got him because he seems very, very sad. Like, oh, again, my parents died and science is my only outlet or something. I don't know. From his episodes in Arrow, he doesn't seem like a Flash,
Yeah.
like the funny, like happy
Right,
Flash.
And yeah.
So I hope because he gets his powers, he's gonna be all like, yes, I got powers. Like, yeah, this is fun. So we'll see what happens.
And they've kind of messed around with that a little bit.
But also Spider-Man, they're also planning on making a Sinister Six movie.
Ugh.
And so so there's that. The only reason why I would be excited to see the Sinister Six movie is because
Who's in the Sinister Six, first of all? Vulture or something?
Vulture, Doc
Ock, one of the goblins, either Hobgoblin or Green Goblin.
Green Goblin.
Venom.
Venom's gonna be in the Sinister Six?
Well, he is part of this. Like in the comics, like Venom is a character in the Sinister Six.
I think they're doing it slightly different for the movies, though.
But here's the thing, for the Sinister Six to work, the story has to be because it's the villains coming banding together to fight something, and so what is the only thing other than Spider-Man that could challenge the Sinister Six? Carnage. Carnage is the only other Spider-Man villain that would get
bad
for every other villain because he's overpowered, he's psychotic, he's like the Joker of Spider-Man, and so that's why you need Venom because through Carnage comes Venom, and so there's that whole thing, and so that's the only reason why I think the Sinister Six could work is if they had Carnage be the villain.
That'd be interesting to have the Sinister Six almost be playing good guys.
Well, because
they're doing two of those. There's another.
They're gonna make Spider-Man 3 is gonna come out after the Sinister Six.
But I mean, they're making another bad guy band together movie from Marvel. What are they called? I think something about Hell's Kitchen. The Daredevil. I think there's 5 of them.
I haven't.
It's gonna be on Netflix, I think. I don't remember.
There are a lot of things coming out for Netflix that are Marvel television series.
Yeah,
they're doing Daredevil.
Okay. I can't remember.
His name is Nicolas Cage or something like that.
There is a Nicolas Cage.
No, but he's like the first black superhero, and he's got
Black Panther.
No.
Oh.
That would be cool, but no. This guy he has chains on him representing breaking free of slavery, and he's dressed in 70s disco outfit. I think he's called Power Man unofficially, but then I believe his name is Nicolas Cage.
No,
or Johnny Cage at the very least.
Wait, isn't Johnny Cage from
Mortal Kombat?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but I'm not even kidding. I'm pretty sure his name is Nicolas or Johnny
I believe
Cage.
it. Yeah, those are.
Its last name is Cage.
Strong hero names.
That's why Nicolas Cage was Ghost Hunter, because that was a strong name.
Strong name for.
Yeah, those were fun.
I was trying to make a joke, it didn't land very, very well. So I don't know. I don't think that the Justice League movie is going to do good because of the Avengers, because people are going to see it.
Pit it up against the Avengers.
Yeah, because it's going to be, since Avengers was the first movie to actually bring all superheroes together. it will be compared to
Oh,
the
yeah.
Avengers.
Also,
Hardcore.
Also, Joss Whedon is a lot better storyteller than Zack Snyder.
And
Yeah.
a better ensemble work. Like, all of his work is ensemble.
Right,
based.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it was perfect.
Zach,
for it.
what?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, what does Zach have? Watchmen. Do you
Yeah.
really want to draw on that? You know?
But he does fantastic adaptations.
Yeah.
Like
no,
300
visually
and
they
Watchmen
look
are
amazing.
great adaptations.
300 was a really, really
Yeah.
good movie.
I
And-
even kind of like Sucker Punch, honestly.
I like Sucker Punch as
That was really interesting.
it kind of seemed more like 4 music videos that were really awesome than really like a cohesive story.
I didn't like it until somebody pointed out that the whole thing was an allegory for how horrible you are as an audience for watching this movie, which I'd have to explain in a whole
Oh,
other
I
segment.
didn't see that. I'd have to.
The movie
look
made
that
a
up.
lot more sense when I saw one of the deleted scenes where you find out when what was the guy who was supposed to be coming to pick her up from the club.
I
What do
can't
they call him?
remember.
Oh.
Anyways, he comes and it's John Hamm, the one who does the lobotomy.
Mhm.
Oh, really?
And so he's the one that like comes and sets her free.
John
and like
Hamm
that's
would
what he
do that.
does like in the movie. Like his
yeah.
character comes, picks her up from the club, takes her home, and she thinks he's gonna like want to have sex with her right away, and he's like, no, just do your thing. And then
It was very. It's
So
very
it was
surprising movie
better
for me
Yeah.
because I don't get confused on movies very often. Like I usually understand, like, okay, this is the movie universe of what's going on. But that movie at the end of it is like I did not get the ending. Like
It
I'm
got
so
weird.
confused with what's going on.
Yeah.
And then like a friend of mine's like, well, like the whole movie basically takes place in this girl's head. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now.
But then it gets weird with like her friend is like
yeah.
getting on a bus, and I was like, okay, where was that going? I don't know.
Oh, because she helped her escape.
Yeah, she helped her escape from
So-
her head
No.
or from the
So there
asylum?
was Inception. So the real world was everything that was happening in the asylum.
Right.
Everything that was happening in her head was the brothel, and then in her head she also had
Had
these
more in
like
her
pseudo
head.
fantasies,
Yeah.
which were really just. And that again, I mean,
Which are really just music videos to obtain an object.
yeah. But and that's kind of going back to the whole like why it's all an allegory for how women are portrayed horribly in movies and stuff, and you're bad for watching this kind of a thing. Which I'll just have to show you the video that I watched that should point it all out. But it's like when you sit there and think about it, you're like, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah. I think at the very least, the Justice League movie is gonna look awesome.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Like Zack Snyder is amazing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
I
big.
think visually
it's
he's
gonna be colorful.
phenomenal
It's gonna be sweet.
and epic.
Yeah.
It's gonna be epic. He's
Yes.
really good at making things
I-
epic.
Yeah. I think as long as there's like supervision, or as long as someone like gives him the story,
Supervision.
yeah, and like is like, hey, follow this. Then
Oh,
he'll be
like
good.
supervision over the
Yeah,
thing.
supervision over.
Okay,
like,
I thought
the
you were talking
story.
about like, I thought you were talking about like Superman having supervision, and like that's one of his powers.
Supervision. You're talking about
As long as someone has
as long as Superman
supervision.
can see really far, I think we're gonna be okay.
That's what I thought you were talking
No,
about.
supervision over the movie.
I was.
I think it's gonna be pretty good.
Well, I
So-
think everybody benefits from
'Cause-
supervision.
Because the
Yeah,
Watchmen, I don't know about the comic. I imagine the comic's good to have that big of an audience, but I was bored out of my mind watching the movie.
Yeah.
I loved Rorschach though. He was like my favorite character, and that was like the only redeemable part of the movie for me.
The comic deals more with themes, whereas the movies are just an adaptation of the story.
So it's just a story,
touches on the
okay.
themes. But I think the one thing is with that movie, I think the ending where making Dr. Manhattan the scapegoat, I thought that was much better. Whereas in the comic, Ozymandias genetically engineers these fake aliens to take over the Earth or to attack the Earth. And that's why there are these nuclear bombs, is that's the alien invasion, and so everybody bands together to fight the aliens that don't actually exist. So I think they
Okay.
actually fixed that in the movie.
With
personally.
having okay, that's interesting. But yeah, I apparently also watched the extended edition.
Ooh.
Okay.
So
yeah,
that was
that's
pretty
similar.
brutal. Yeah, it was like 3.5 hours, and I was just not too interested by the end.
Sorry, I just had an idea pop in my head. This goes back to my thing about Interstellar. Do you think Christopher Nolan is gonna end Interstellar like in Inception with like
I hope not.
it's like a cliffhanger
no.
type thing where it's like
Because that worked for
oh.
Shyamalan so well.
Right.
Like, the best thing to do is to typecast yourself into a trope.
Right.
So.
Oh gosh.
Anyway, sorry that just came to my mind.
Yeah, I hope not.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
good conversations, yeah.
Good topics, everyone. And thank you so much for being here
Yeah.
and being part of this. Thank you.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right, and thank you so much for listening. And that was today's episode of They Said, She Said. And you can find this on iTunes with just type in They Said, She Said. Or if you'd rather watch the videos, you can find the videos on YouTube with They Said, She Said as well. And thank you so much for listening or watching. My name is Nicholas Brady, and you can follow me at Brady_Nicholas. And if you have a topic that you'd like us to discuss, just tweet me with the hashtag #TheySaidSheSaid, and we will do that for you. And alongside me, as always, is Chris Fox.
I am. Yeah. You can find me on YouTube. Fox's Den Vlog. And yeah, that's it for me.
That is
Yeah.
it for you. Thank you. And to the other side of me is Millie Ludwig.
Yep, and you can find me on YouTube, Millix, MILLEXX.
And enjoy the videos and like them and share and everything. And Bryson, the special guest, thank you so much for coming. This
Thanks.
was good. This was good.
Yeah.
It was a good time. Feel very.
I
was
feel
gonna say bond. I was gonna say bond, but then bondage came in. It's like, no, bondage. That's not.
I feel
good.
very bonded right now.
I feel feeling very bondage right now towards you, Bryson.
I appreciate that. That means a lot coming from you.
And as always, thank you so much for listening, and have a conversational week.